Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of Satisfactory, 1.1 with Simba. To where today I messed up. I went through and I wanted to see, make sure that the system was working good, so I turned everything off. And you might say to yourself that my system needs power to make power, and you'd be right. So because of that, I can't turn my power back on. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off on an adventure over there. So I searched for geysers because we can make geothermal generators. Right. So I'm gonna head right over there. I'm gonna run a main line power line over there. Oh, no, wrong E. So click on that, press E, upgrade it, and then steel power. Alright. Well, either way, I'm off to go find some geothermals. Line's too long. Alright, well. You guys know what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, well, I'll be back. Alright, so I brought a power pole out here. I guess that was from earlier exploring. This is definitely a flex belt, and I don't know why it's still here, but it's still here. So what we can do is place down geothermal generators. So I heard that these things produce in phases, question mark. Excuse me. Start making power, please. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. This is between 50 and 150 power. Okay, and what if I put another one over here? Come on, get up there. Ooh, this one produces a lot more power. Boom. Alright, so theoretically, we should have tons of power. At least a few hundred. So, if I respawned, went back home, and checked this. Yeah, okay, so we're making a good bit of power. So if I came over here and I turned on that, should be fine. Why aren't you actually turning it on? Oh? That worked? Okay, well, our production stuff is going to start kicking up. Heck yeah. But for now, I actually want to turn these off because I want to see what our power from the geothermals is going to be. I'm going to figure out on average what we're getting, and then I'll be back to start up our power. Alright, so we're back, and it seems like it makes between 380 megawatts and about 220. Which is enough, because it only takes... If we turn on this one, it should update here soon. Oh, do I have to reset the breaker? No, breaker's on. Huh, why isn't it updated? Should have turned on coal. Well, let's turn on this one. Can I actually just turn on my hypergrids? Yeah, I totally can. Okay. Let's head over there and see what's up. Alright, if we take a look now, our power seems to be rock solid steady at above 6,000 megawatts. But if we also look at the top right of my screen up here, you'll see that we are done with phase 3 of the project parts. Oh, don't go that way. No, I'm gonna go this way. And go ahead and get this turned in and unlock some new phases. I love this part. I love the cute little stickers they got up here and stuff. Come on. Now I gotta talk from Ada.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations.
Word.
The Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8
Ooh.
in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at
Fun
the
stuff.
technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues.
Well, if a monkey can understand it, we definitely got this.
A reminder about
That does not look like we got it. Oh my goodness.
Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers.
Dang.
Good luck in Phase 4.
Well, she was mean. That was fun. Alright. Come on. Load up. Main body completed. Oh, this looks so cool. There it goes. All our hard work blasted into space.
Phase 3 of project assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above average results.
Oh.
But we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase.
Alright, Ada, I need you to shut up. Stop talking down to me. Alright, so we have some fun things. Hover pack. We got aluminum, tier 5 belt, a hazmat suit, control system deployment. Okay. Oh, a supercomputer. That sounds fun. It's in tier 8. Oh, drones. Nuclear power. Yeah. You know, that first lizard doggo I tamed, Jonathan, gave me some of these. I was in the first couple tiers of the game when he gave it to me. Oh my goodness. Alright. Advanced aluminum production. Oh, Lord. This is a leading edge. Ooh, minor tier 3. Particle enrichment. Oh, good. A particle accelerator. We've got a lot ahead of us. But I guess we start by gathering these things, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and I think this is everything. Yeah, it is. Sweet, bauxite refinement. Yay.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering
Okay.
your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges.
Let's hope so.
Helps. Many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
I don't have very much hope for this box. Oh, there. Okay, okay. Ooh, pure bauxite. Okay. Oh. Bauxite. Bauxite. And finally. Bauxite. Alright, so we're gonna have to go out there and hunt down some of that stuff. Gosh, it's a good bit of ways. I need to explore the whole map and pick a more centralized area for my house. But until then, for now, we'll get bauxite up and running. I think that's what we'll try and start doing today. Give me a minute to figure out what I need to do and get over there, and I'll be back. So instead of working on aluminum, I actually remembered over here, I had this, this sulfur node, and I also realized there was a few geothermals over here, so I figured I'd collect those. There's another one. You can see it just off in the distance over there. Um, and with these, I'm actually making 1,000 something power. So on the short end, I'm making 893. On the high end, I'm making 1,500 megawatts. So this is a good little boost in power. Uh, but I also have sulfur, and just over the hill, a little ways off, you can see it just off there in the distance, right where my pointer is. A little coal miner over here, because I know for sulfur we need compacted coal. I want to learn about some turbo fuel.
Compacted coal unlocked. It is physically smaller and more powerful, but its carbon
Oh,
footprint remains enormous. This fuel upgrade can be used in coal-powered generators and vehicles.
oh, okay, huh? So it's better. It's better fuel. How did I make it? It's made in an assembler. 25 and 25 equal 25. All right. So I don't remember how much I'm getting out of these. This is 120. The other one's probably also 120. So we put down an assembler on compacted coal. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna set up a little platform and get something running for this. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, so we're back, and because of how awesome compacted coal sounds, there was. I had only tapped one of these nodes, this one to be exact. So now I actually have four of them tapped. So we have a full belt of 480 coal coming in per minute. And I know there are a few different sulfur nodes in the area. I didn't count how many or anything like that. But, I mean, there's a whole lake over here that we can get our water out of. So this could be a cool new power plant thing. Oh, let me get away from this guy. Because another neat thing I scanned for is... Okay, so if we come over here and we look, it's sulfur. Turbo fuel just sounds like I'm going to get a lot of power from it. I've never played with it. I would like to. So, um... if you scan for oil, you'll notice I have a few nodes over here marked oil. There you go. There's even more up here as well. Oh, there's a pure. Yeah, it's whatever. But there's oil nearby. So we can do that. I just need to get packaged fuel first, which means I'll have to do some shenanigans back at my oil plant. I'll have to probably run a hyper tube all the way out here, which will be fine. So if this is filling up at 480, there are 3 sulfur nodes here. Yeah, impure, ooh, pure. Okay, so what is this one? It's 120 per minute from a normal. This would be 240 per minute. Hold on, let's yeah, level this power pole up some. I just know we're gonna need it. And what are you, like 60? Yeah. So as far as I can tell, besides those annoying little things, so if we're making 120, 60, and 240. Oh, I'm gonna need to power shard the one on 60, and then we can get a full belt going. Let's get a conveyor merger. Merge that, and I'm gonna also want to merge this. Uh-oh. Sure, whatever works. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 power shards for that one, but either way, we should have 480 coal and 480 sulfur in per minute. So I'm probably going to go hook this up to the main power network before I get lost in the wire spaghetti. And I guess we'll come back and set up a compacted coal / turbo fuel factory. I'm going to need... Oh, I'm actually going to have to stop at oil. Alright, well, either way. Alright, so we'll be right back. So if we have 480 coming in per minute and 25 being used, that comes out to 19.2. Alright, so I have 9 assemblers placed down currently. Let's place 9 more down, and that'll be 18, I guess. Right, no, one further. No, not that way. What? That can't be right. No, that's totally right. Okay. There's 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, yeah, that looks fine. It's 2. Okay. Technically, I should need 1.2 more. Boom. So I guess let me zoop down a couple of foundations. Let's do like 5 or something. And we'll do 2 more. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that way and that way. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I know this is not gonna look the best, but I also don't care. But these aren't too difficult to connect up. They just don't really work the way you want them to. But hey, it is what it is. So I'll get all of these connected up, and then all of them set to the right recipe. So that would mean from here on, this one's fine. Alright, so Control V. Yep. Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. Isn't it so fun to set up factories? Alright, now I just got to delete half of... Well, I gotta delete a lot of things. I'm thinking about removing it from my blueprints because I'm always deleting it from the blueprint. But at the same time, it is what it is. Like, see here, we're already connected back up. So if I come down here, if I put, let's see, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay, so there-ish. Alright, now I'm just gonna connect these up. Hopefully they go all the way. They probably won't. course not. But it's close enough, and they look good enough. And theoretically, all of these should run. I left the game running overnight. Please do not be concerned. I have not been playing for 28 hours. Alright, so if we come down here and we set this overclock rate to 20%, should be good there. And then all we're going to have to do is merge all of the outputs. So I put down 7 different blueprints. Okay, so we got one there. Is this the output here? Yes, yes it is. Let's do a merger there. Boom, boom. I want this to be straight. I just think it'll look a little bit nicer. Okay, so that's that 3 and 1. And then where did I put the last one? Probably about right here. Yes, that is exactly where it was. Awesome. Alright, so I guess for now I'm just gonna do mergers like so. It's about halfway, right? Yeah. Alright. So halfway. Halfway and halfway. Alright, so theoretically this should be all of my inputs set up, all of the power gone everywhere it needs to go. This should be all of the outputs handled for compacted coal, at least merged together. Now I just need to put down storage. I don't know if I need this on my person at all time, so I'm just gonna let it be stored here. But now if I got a, hold on, oh yeah, there it was, counter limiter. Well, I guess this is still ramping up because this on the end hasn't even gotten a single piece yet. Oh, you can actually see how far the coal has gotten. Like, this is running. So this is going to take a little while to ramp up. But if we did 19.2 times 25, we should be making 480 of this compacted coal per minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go run over to the oil node, and I'm going to, well, I mean, I would use the Cypher too, but it's a little bit easier just to do this. So I'm going to run to the oil node and get some packaged fuel for the MAM, because I need 50 of it. Yeah, I'm just going to do it here. I think it'll be a little bit easier. But yeah, I'll be back once I've gotten some packaged fuel. Alright, so I'm back, and I set up these oil extractors over here. So there was 1 pure, 2 normal, and 1 impure. So I put 3 power shards in the pure one, so that's giving me 1 pipe with 600 oil per minute. And then the 2 normals, they gave me 120, so I doubled them with power shards, so they're giving me 480 total. And then this last one over here gave 60, so I double power sharded it for another 120, adds up to 600. So we're getting 1,200 oil per minute run into these buffers. We are getting 480 compacted coal coming in from over there. And for now, I need to place down 20 of these guys. So, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a while. Oh, I'm gonna run out of room. Oof. So that's 16. I could probably fit one more. Oh no, is it encroaching? Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is 16. So that means I need to build more on this side for... Yay! Okay, so I think if I go from... Boom. Okay, so it should be 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, they just barely fit. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, now I need to put in all of these guys. So 10 of them go together, and then 10 of them go on a separate line. So that's 3. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and set up the pipe inputs and the pipe outputs. And then there's conveyor belt outputs as well that I need to handle up. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Alright, so now that the inputs and outputs are taken care of, I have both the outputs separated in 2 different lines because technically we're making 40 per, so 20 times 40 is 800, and the Mark II pipes are only good for 600, so I have them separated into 2 separate lines just so, you know, we can have a little bit of room. Let's get a little extra room this way too. We're gonna need it. So the next thing I want to do is handle all of this waste so we don't have a backup. So with if we were to make oh yeah, it's not in here. That's right, it's in the refinery again. Right, so this refinery again, residual plastic, 60 polymer. Yeah, so we're gonna need 5 of these. So it means we're gonna need 100 water. So we need 1 water pump between them. But I'm gonna need to place down more platforms. I'll be right back. Hold on. Boom, and just like that, we have all of our waste being processed. I know this one looks like it's back stuff, but it's as long as the ones on the end are flowing pretty good. It should be processing faster than this, but I guess it is what it is. They got water. They're doing the thing. It really seem like either of these are emptying out too fast. But hey, it is what it is. Okay. So right now, I just have everything running to the smart splitter, where I have overflow off to the right, and right now it's just going straight into an awesome sink, which is going to do that again later as well. But constructor, we need to figure out empty canisters. These use 30 per minute, and we're getting 20 per minute times 10, so that's 200. So 200 divided by 30, it's about 7 constructors. So here's what I'm gonna do. I got this nifty little 8 Oh, it comes in like really far to the right. Like really, really far. Um, where? Okay, yeah. Somewhere about right here. We take that over to there. It has any out the front, so everything will come here first. Shoop. And shoop. Now I just gotta set all of these to be empty canisters. Control C. Alright, we're getting somewhere. So not that one on the end, because I'm gonna delete it. Alright, so now we should be making, oh wow, a lot. Oh, no, that, and that. And this one needs to be set to... There we go. Okay, so it's just, it only goes to 4 places here. So 60 times 6 is 360 plus 4. So we're making 400 of these canisters per minute. But we should be, oh, 6 times 30. Hold on. Yeah, because we're only making 200. Alright, perfect. Yeah. So we should be perfectly good there. I guess I'll get a little storage set up. Oh, I don't have actual one. But we have canisters going for now. I want... maybe I'll put another smart splitter. Because I'm sure actually deleting things would be better if I deleted them further down the chain. Like, the more crafts something takes to make, the more points you get from the shop. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try for something better. But we actually want this to be overflow and this to be any. There we go. So this will fill this up so we can use it for crafting later. Perfect. Alright, I'll be right back once I've figured out what we gotta do next. So doing a little quick back of the napkin math. If I have 480 compacted coal coming in, and I'm only using 15 per minute, right? That is 32. 32 of these refineries. And if we do some more quick back of the napkin math, we have 40 times 20, that's 800 fuel. So 800 fuel divided by 22.5. So 800 divided by 22.5. We're going to have some extra fuel left over. That's whatever. But the number I'm seeing is 32 refineries. So that sounds fun. This is like a fun thing I gotta do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fit one more in here? Yes, I can. That's the last of them. Alright, so that should theoretically be 11 down. 11. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need to place a lot more down. Alright, I will be back once I've figured out how to fit these in. Alright, as far as I can tell, that is 32 refineries set up, all inputs and outputs hooked up, everything like that. The only thing that we're missing is power. And we should see the smokestacks on every single one of these go on. That doesn't seem to be... Well, I guess maybe it is. But, yeah, all of these have gone on. Yep, so theoretically we should be making exactly 600 turbo fuel per minute now. And since I haven't built the rest of the factory, I just have all of it. I guess not all of it. Most of it. Now, all of it should be sent into this buffer here. Just because that's what I got. But, yay! So now I gotta place down. Ooh, I'm gonna ignore that guy. I said ignore that guy. Sir, I don't want to deal with you. Stop it! Dude. Goodness gracious, that guy was annoying. Huh. Do I even have space? I don't think I actually have space. Okay, I can put it down over here. Okay, so if I go to power production and I go for a fuel powered generator, is it going to tell me? No, it won't tell me how much it uses unless I put it down over here. Well, I'm sure I'm going to need this place pretty long. So, I'm going to build up a nice big platform, because what I want the system to do is automatically package some of this turbo fuel. So I'm going to take the packages that we made over there and add turbo fuel to it. Then once that system's full, the leftover turbo fuel gets sent to a generator, so that way it can make more power afterwards. So it's not always dedicated to... What's going to be is jetpack fuel, because if you see, I only have 12 left in my inventory, so I would really like a few more. And I believe you can fly higher / longer with better fuels. So... Oh my goodness, I built this platform huge, huh? Oh, am I gonna run out of plates? No, I ran out of concrete. Oh man. Oh wow, that's actually pretty funny. Okay. Hee hee. But alright, so now I gotta figure out how much turbo fuel gets burnt. 7.5 per minute? Uh-oh. Uh-huh. 80. 80. Oh, just 20,000 megawatts worth of power is the amount of fuel I just generated. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full 80. I might. I might. Don't put it past me. I might. But other than that, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back. So far we have 40 of the fuel generators of the 80 placed down that we need. So I need to place down a few more platforms and keep on building. I just figured I'd check in with you guys. I went ahead and I made a blueprint for this. So I can place down 4 at a time. Boom. So it is helpful, but it's still slow. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back, and I have... Oh, sorry, hold on, let me... H to lock in place, and then page up. There we go. So I have placed in all 80 fuel generators. They're all hooked up to pipes. They're all hooked up to power lines. But the power lines aren't hooked up to my power, and the pipes aren't hooked up to turbo fuel yet. So basically what I'm doing is doing a small little, well, let's say, I want this to line up with that over there. Why won't you let me line you up? But you are. What the heck? Being weird. Alright, but I want this pipe to be higher than this one. So what'll happen is this whole line will fill with the turbo fuel. It will start filling into these packagers. Excuse me. And then afterwards it'll travel up this pipe, filling this pipe fully, and then it will go to all of those over there. So that should mean that these packagers get turbo fuel before any of the generators do. That should technically be what this is. But hold on, let me make sure that all of these are set up for packaged turbo fuel. Let me also get my signature splitters down. Not really leaving a whole lot of room for future expansion, but ew, why would you place like that? Hold on. Fix that. Okay. And then I just got to connect them in like this. Excuse me. Game. No, I can't squeeze through there. Can at least squeeze out of here. Yes. Alright, so. Boom, 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 boom. Now we need mergers. Now we'll have an output over that way. And last but not least, this one here. Alright. Oh. And for this, I will definitely be using one of these. Okay, now I just need to hook these up to power, which is easier said than done. I gotta hunt it down over here. Perfect. Okay, so these guys should be fully running. And then I want to see there any... There's a very small, an absolute trickle coming through. Yeah, okay. I think we're doing alright here. I think everything here should be fine, and then once we fill up on the packaged turbo fuel, we won't need to be using it in these machines at all. So that'll be 3 more of these guys that will actually run. But these guys aren't connected to my main power yet, and I need to solve that. Now I set my main power somewhere over here, somewhere easy to grab. Yeah. Oh, doot, 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 doot. So here, this'll be easy enough. Boom. So now if we look at my power, Alright, we got a few thousand megawatts to play with now. That's awesome. And as I let this run, it should only give me more. So theoretically, we should be around 27,000. Yeah, right around 27,000, I think. Like I said, whenever it finally ends up stabilizing. But yeah, this is it. This is turbo fuel. Hold on, let me get up somewhere high so you can really see the scope of this factory. So you gotta think, it all starts up on that hill with 18 or 19 assemblers. And then we have 20 refineries. There are 32 more refineries. There are 10 more refineries. 7 constructors. 3 packagers. And 80 fuel generators. Woo. Alright, well... Yeah, I don't know if that's the end of the episode or not, but I feel like I've been working all day on this factory. Probably because I have. Alright, well, I'll either be back or I'll end the episode here. I don't know. I'll figure it out.